Hey kids, it's Dad. It is a Monday, a cold Monday. Um, uh, Holidays, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. It's been kind of quiet from my side of things. A lot of family going on, a lot of commotion, which is great. Emma and Drew are playing on iPads, so it's kind of quiet. I can do a couple videos today, doing a little work, if you could see, playing around with some cool new Skull Candy headphones that I got for Christmas. But I got a email that I wanted to answer. Kind of a serious subject, interesting email. Let me read it, and then we can talk about it and answer it. Question. Anonymous email. We'll keep this person anonymous. If you spoke another language fluently, in this case Italian, which happened to be Italian, Grandpa Grillo, Sicily, boom. And if, along with English, so me being bilingual, would you speak both openly? The reason I say openly is because I know people who are able to speak their native language, but refuse to speak it. Interesting. It's like if they're ashamed. I somewhat have the feeling why, in the minority category, like blacks or Hispanics. In society, it's much better now, but it's always been tough. Not sure how it was in Rochester, where I grew up. That's me. If there are a lot of Hispanics in your neighborhood. Okay. So, the question is, it's a very tough question. It's kind of a loaded question. I'm not a minority, so I have no idea what that feels like. Certainly, if I knew two languages, I would absolutely speak them both openly. I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood. I grew up in an area where we had kids from the inner city were bussed in to add some diversity in our area. I did not hear a lot of languages that were spoken, other languages. I didn't know a lot. There wasn't a lot of Spanish going on, or I didn't pay attention to that. Certainly not a lot of Italian or French or anything of that nature. The only languages I grew up with were, I did grow up around Grandma and Grandpa Grillo, my mom's parents, who and Grandpa spoke Italian when we go over to some of his sister's house. Aunt Betty was her name, and we would go over there, and it was kind of funny because they would be speaking Italian. Tommy, no good. And so when they didn't want me to know, they would speak Italian. But to answer this question, quite honestly, I don't know. I don't think I'd be ashamed, but then my point of reference is different. I certainly don't think I would be judged any less if I spoke a second language. I have some brothers who speak second languages. My brother Mark, he speaks fluent Italian, and my brother Chris, Greg, and Andy all speak fluent Spanish. My wife speaks fluent Spanish. And whenever she gets a chance, she jumps right in. And I think that's kind of shown as a badge of honor and not something to be ashamed about. Though I do know some people in a different culture who will say that they don't know how to speak English when they do know how to speak English. But that might be a whole different mousetrap. So I appreciate the question. It's very interesting. I don't get too many questions. I appreciate the opportunity to get questions and to answer them here. I hope I did a good enough job. Didn't get myself in too much trouble. But I think it's important to be true to our heritage. And I think it's important to know where we came from, know where we're going, and how we're going to get there, and to make good decisions along the way. I love you, Madeline. I love you, Claire. I love you, Tommy. I love you, Emma. And I love you, Drew. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Can't wait for more kid time. I love you guys very much. Bye.